Welcome to Missing the Magic, your husband and wife Disney duo. Michelle is the pixie-dust optimist, cheering for warm churros and stunning fireworks. Joe is the grumpy realist, calling out lines and prices that miss the mark. We give credit where Disney makes magic and call them on it when they don't. From parks to cruises, films, and food, clear takes and sharp laughs await. Skip the fluff, keep the fun, and get tips for a smoother trip. Grab your ears, bring your backpack, and let's find the magic together.
The podcast.
A podcast? Oh, yes, this one.
Yes.
A new one.
What's this one called?
So this one is called Missing the Magic. Is that?
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
This one is called Missing the Magic.
That's better. And what are we talking about on this one?
So this one I think is going to kind of be a culmination. The idea is kind of twofold. One is missing the magic of going to Disney or things about Disney that we miss.
Right.
And then the other part, which is probably going to be more of what you're going to focus on, is where Disney kind of misses the mark on things. So they miss the magic of what could have been.
Good cop, I'm bad cop.
And in some cases, I'll probably be bad cop too.
And well, there are times that I give Disney credit when they actually hit the magic.
Exactly.
But the original concept of this, the original concept came out of Insights into Entertainment, where every week kind of devolved into what's going on in Disney this week.
Right.
We're not going to go down there to that extent, but, the first series that we're kicking off is going to be from our cruise on the Disney Treasure. So it's going to be, insights, behind the scenes stuff with that. It's going to be the trip in general. It's going to be, I don't think we can avoid Disney news showing up in here from time to time.
Right. And because we're not really sure yet where we want to go with this. When we were doing Insights into Entertainment, we were trying to do it every week. So it had to be kind of a weekly news story.
It didn't age well.
Right. So if you went back and looked at things.
Like what we want to do here is show you stuff. If you go to the parks or you go on a cruise, we want to show you things that you might not see otherwise.
Right.
We want to show you where these little bits of magic are, but we also want to show you the new stuff that's coming out, or we want to, show you where they missed the mark. There's going to be an entire episode from the cruise of where Disney missed the mark. So pit holes to avoid, mistakes not to make. It's always better to learn from someone else's mistake than your own.
And it could be something where we feel obviously one way about something and somebody else, feels completely different about.
Well, in that case, I'd be right. So, but you're always entitled to your own opinion.
I'm not talking about between us, somebody else's.
Right.
They might love blah, blah, blah. And we're just like, eh.
Right.
So
anyway, that's an introduction to what the podcast is. We're going to kick off our first episode with our actual transit, which turned into an adventure in and of itself. But
boy,
get to see
yes,
that.
you will get to experience the adventure of getting to Orlando from Philadelphia.
So hopefully you'll enjoy that, and we have more episodes to come.
Hi. So we are finally on the train, only a little over an hour and a half, which is kind of what they said the delay would be. So, sorry. It was very nice being able to sit in the lounge, which was definitely a perk of upgrading our seats to the lovely roomette.
I would have been very cranky if we weren't in the lounge.
Yes, you were already getting cranky as the delay went on, but fortunately, they resolved it faster than really we kind of expected in a way. So here we are. making our way. And so we'll see how long it takes us to actually get to Orlando, because we're supposed to get in around 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. With the delay, not sure. So we'll see.
So we'll have to step out, do a room tour
Yes.
at some point.
Room tour at some point. Probably even do a retour of somebody's MB, just that we're trying to say. But we're kind of happy because we don't have a command.
Yeah.
So we'll see if I make it up there tonight to sleep.
Yep.
That will definitely be.
Because I'm not.
This is what you're saying. The master right here. Space.
So we're dining in our roomette tonight. Preston, our room attendant, who's funny as hell, by the way, has brought us a very nice meal right here. There we go. So we have salads.
And then we both have.
We have flat iron steak, which apparently Amtrak is famous or infamous. I can't tell which. We'll find out after the meal. And then we have our bread and butter, our rolls and butter. And we have desserts, which we'll show you when we get to that portion. And what do you think of service so far?
So far, so good. Bon appetit.
So the entrees, what do we have? We have flat iron steak.
Yes, flat iron steak as I'm eating bread.
We have mashed potatoes, and we have some mixed vegetables. Some assorted vegetables. String beans and carrots, it looks like.
Yep.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
So we have moved on to dessert. We are having chocolate spoon cake, you said?
Chocolate spoon cake, according to the menu.
And it looks like it is chocolate and caramel drizzle, chocolate, and more chocolate.
It is chocolate cake with chocolate ganache pudding, and obviously a lot of caramel.
Yes, indeed. Looks good. I'm sure my sugar's going to love it.
Mm-hmm. Yum, yum.
Dig it?
Some pictures on lines. So here is a tour of a roomette. This is opposite of the one that we are actually in. So you see there's a mirror. Hey. This one depends on which train you're on, depends on what the makeup of it is. So this one happens to have the 2 chairs, as you can see. And this one has just a folding sink, which folds down. You got a sink with a light that shows so that when the bed is down, whoever is sleeping up there knows not to come down because the sink is down. So when it's up, the light goes off. So you have 2 outlets here. You have a mirror, the mirror that's right there. They give you some shampoo and lotion. And you have these steps that when the bed comes down, it's currently in the up position. When the bed comes down, these are the stairs to go up into the bed. This one doesn't have a closet area. Some of them do, but they do give you some hangers. There are some hooks up here. Then you have your own thermostat, so you can actually set it for whatever temperature you want. There's various reading lights, and then the area light, overhead light, so a whole bunch of different lighting depending on how you want it to be. In this car, there is some storage up there, so if you have any luggage, you can fit it up there. There's that little net area so that whoever is sleeping up there, you have a little spot to put phone or whatnot over there. You have your own little personal trash area as well. And you have your cup holders here. And then you do have the table that comes up. Trying to do this one-handed. And flips. So, pretty nice sized table. Whoop. Chain just started moving for a little bit. Overall, not too bad. So, we'll see how we end up sleeping tonight. What is nice is for whoever is in the top bunk, there are windows up here as well, or it's Velcroed, so I won't mess with that. So this way, at least you don't feel as claustrophobic. Some of the other trains, from what we saw other people do in their videos, is that there is no window up there, so you do kind of feel a little claustrophobic. But this one, it does look like there's a little bit more room, and also the window is available. Of course, it'll be dark. It is dark, so probably won't see too much, but that's it for here. But while we're kind of stopped for a little bit, figure I'd give you a little tour of the restroom and the shower that is available here. So we're kind of walking down the hallway. We happen to be at the last car. Car behind us is actually the luggage. So anybody that actually checked their luggage, it's this next car over here. So there's the car with luggage. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of luggage in there, because I guess most people actually take their luggage with them. So here is what the hallway looks like going down. So we'll open up and show you what the bathroom looks like. So here's need a little bit bigger than an airline. So not too bad. Pretty decent over here. So have 2 restrooms in this core. And then over here, we have a shower for anybody that actually wants to use it. Man, I'm coming right now. So we have our shower. This little shower stall with a seat. If you feel like taking a shower, you got some fresh towels here. And they have shampoo and soap and stuff, and then area to put your towels when you're done. So other than that, not too bad. I'm hanging. So we have set up the upper bunk for me to attempt to sleep or nap in. As you can see, plenty of headroom as long as you're, kind of short. Just for reference, I'm 5 foot. So it's a little bit wider over by the headspace, and then a little bit shorter, for your feet. But they have these, straps to make sure that, I don't fall out during the night. But what's nice is, do have the windows. So once the sun comes off, I'll be able to, see and don't feel too much like a prison cell. I got the air control over there, which I'll probably turn off since I'm a little chilly. Do have a reading light over there as well. Had the speaker up. There's Joe hanging up my coat. Got a little couch over there to put my phone. Oh, he's giving me my blanket too. I think he's trying to tell me to go to sleep, but we'll see how this is. We'll give it a try, right? Worst comes to worst, sleep tomorrow when we get to Disney. So that's it for now.
Soggy buster news dump creatures today, but she's really cool faces.
You guys good?
We're good. Thank you.
Well, yes, it is.
More so. She can never have too much boy, can never have too much better, too much song. So
That was our room attendant, Preston, by the way. Good guy.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll just get a little video of him later
Yeah.
at some point after he's all woken up and we're all prepped. So now we're going to enjoy our breakfast.
Alrighty. Very good.
So our final meal on the train, where we are 2 hours, I think, from Orlando. So here is lunch. We have our grilled chicken Caesar salad, our patty melt with chips, and of course, a brownie, because he had to. Bon appetit.
Also,
So this is just a very brief view of the sleeper car that we were in. So this was our main car. Each of these rooms on either side are the roomettes. There's a little coffee area right there. And then this area are the larger bedrooms that can hold more people. A little bit of a view as we're heading south. And then I kind of turn the corner. Then there's a larger bedroom right on the corner there. And then that's the end of our car. So I'm going to go into same car as what we were in. This was actually an older model. So either side is the roomettes, where it's just the two chairs per room. These are the ones that have the commode built in, which thank God we didn't have those, as we've obviously mentioned before. And then you turn the corner. And again, these are the larger rooms that can hold, I think, up to 6, which very tight for 6 people, and has the bathroom in the actual room itself.
So one of the highlights from the trip, as rough as the train ride was, with the delays and the rocking and all that stuff and the really tiny bed, one of the highlights of the train trip down was our train attendant, Preston Ross, who was outstanding. He was funny. He was accommodating. He was polite. He was friendly. He was everything you'd want someone to be in a situation where you're 5 hours late arriving at your destination. There was no disgruntled people. There was no unhappy people. He was on top of everything. He made the trip so much more enjoyable. And he was kind enough to actually sit down and share his story with us. I had the opportunity to interview him in one of the larger cabins. And here's what Preston had to say, which I found truly inspirational. And it was a tough interview for me because I could feel the emotion. I could feel the passion. I could feel the motivation. And he almost brought me to tears. So I wanted to make sure that we did him a solid and gave him the credit he deserves. He's an absolute credit to Amtrak, and he was awesome. You know, I'm looking forward to doing the train trip again so that we can hang out again. So here is Preston Ross. Can you introduce yourself for us, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Preston Ross. I am a train attendant on board Amtrak. I've been with the company 24 years this coming November 5th.
Excellent. Do you enjoy the work you do?
Not one bit. The favorite part of my job, though, is the social interaction with my passengers, most of them. But I enjoy dealing with the people. That is why I have remained in this position of sleeping car attendant, providing service for the customers. I have not really had aspirations to be a conductor or an engineer because you lose the people element. And as far as trains, I'm not necessarily a big fan of trains. I got the job. It is supporting me and taking care of my family. But my favorite part of the job is interaction with my passengers.
Excellent. And where are you from?
I'm originally born and raised in Miami, Florida. I still reside in South Florida.
Nice. Now you're on the train up and down.
Yes, I go from Miami to New York and back every week. My work schedule consists of Tuesday morning leaving out of Miami and arriving in New York for the most part, either late Wednesday morning or early Wednesday afternoon. I then lay over in New York and I leave New York Thursday afternoon. And sometimes I arrive in Miami on Friday evening. And as this trip in particular, maybe Saturday morning. But yes, my regular work week is Tuesday through Friday. I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It is a seniority-based position job. I've been here a long time to get Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. What would you like me to add? Like I said, I'm an open book. You want to know what my daily life consists of on the train?
Yeah, what's it like?
Welcoming passengers. My job is to welcome passengers on board, make sure that they're taken care of, try to meet all of their needs and most of their wants. I work in the first class sleeping car, so with that, it's just basically providing them with the service and amenities that they want, sometimes feeding them in the room, but instructing them, keeping them updated to how the train is running, putting their beds down, getting them up in the morning, and making sure they get off at their stop. And if we can provide a little entertainment and fun and distraction from this ridiculously long ride every week, we try to do that as well. takes me away from my family, but it makes you value the time you have with your family. I actually would prefer to go to work Sunday through Wednesday for my own personal life. But as I'm getting up there in years, you can see all the grain. Being able to be with my family and my loved ones on weekends, which is when they're off, is why I work Tuesday through Friday. Like I always say, faith, family, and football. Not necessarily in that order, though. In the 24 years I've been blessed to meet a lot of people that I've had now, what will turn into lifelong friendships. And you just come to work and hope every day you can go home safe and get out of it. Some trips are worse than others, but for me, it's all about the people. So that makes it every trip different. I work the same route every week, but every trip is different because of the people. It has been a blessing for me. When I got the job at Amtrak, I was at a very low place in life that I didn't know how I was going to feed my kids. And Amtrak pretty much saved my life. I am forever indebted to it. There are things could always be better at everyone's job, but it has done a lot for me and my family. And that's why I try to at least keep a happy attitude, because I didn't have to be here, you know. And as you can see, I get a little choked up. It's done a lot for me and my family. I can't wait to get out of here, though. But the favorite part of dealing in my job is dealing with the people. The work is tedious. I have no sleep pattern. I fall asleep when I can, and that's even on my days off. But I can honestly say 24 years has blown by. It literally has blown by. It doesn't seem like 24 years. This particular trip seems like 24 years. But the time I've been here, the time has flown by. I've met a lot of friends. I've met people that will remain in my lives forever. And I owe that all to a guy who took a chance on me 24 years ago and said, I'll vouch for you to go get the job. I just try to do him proud every day. Amen to that. That's all about it. Amen to that.
That's a wrap on this episode of Missing the Magic. If you enjoyed the mix of cheers and critiques, follow the show. Leave a quick rating and share it with a fellow fan. Have a question, hot take, or park hack we should try? Send it our way at comments@insightsintothings.com. Or call it and leave us a voicemail at 856-403-8788. Thanks for listening, and thanks to Disney for the memories worth talking about. Keep your ears handy, bring your backpack, and we'll meet you back here for more Missing the Magic.